FRAG movie, FRAG vid, montage. How did we get to this point? I'm currently sitting at my desk typing, trying to turn back time to a moment when things were simpler. I'm talking, of course, about the phenomenon that was the Halo montage. As I sit here, I wonder to myself, who was the first Halo montager? And how can I get my hands on the first Halo montage? You might be asking yourself, why in the world do you want to obtain a copy of an old VHS quality standard definition video of an FPS gaming montage? I need to explain to you first what these videos mean to me and what they mean to the community. These videos are tied to my childhood, a moment when things were simpler, a moment when things made sense. The amount of nostalgia and warm fuzzy feelings this brings to me and others is massive. At one point, if you weren't playing Halo, you definitely knew somebody who did. As the popularity of this behemoth of a franchise shined brightly, more and more people wanted to get in on the action. So much so we saw the popularization of, you guessed it, the professional gamer. Now, what better way to showcase your talents than to post clips of yourself playing and shredding at the game? How did players do this back then, you might ask? A little thing called a capture card. This was a device you could plug your Xbox outputs to and hook up to your computer, allowing you to record yourself getting juicy clips. Capturing footage back then allowed one to instantly go viral on the internet for their gaming skills. Eventually, someone had the genius idea of using video editing software to stitch music alongside their gaming clips. Thus, the montage was born. And who was the first montager, you might ask yourself? It wasn't the Halo god with the iconic Can't Touch This soundtrack, a montage called Untouchable, though that is a solid guess. Although, if we're going to be discussing Halo montages and Halo montage history, the Halo God's Untouchable montage definitely pioneered the idea of basic music to footage synchronization, which is still relevant till this day. Even earlier than the Halo God's Untouchable came a name that is known to folks who've only been around from the very beginning. I'm talking, of course, about Rip-On. Yes, Rip-On was indeed the first Halo montage kid. While an AI search for earlier Halo montages generally yields results like Walshy's second montage, or if you really spend time searching around, you'll eventually learn about Untouchable by the Halo God. It took some finessing of the Gemini model for it to spit back the names I personally knew to be pioneers of the Halo montage scene. We won't touch that topic much because what I was after was the first of its kind, and I knew its creator by name, the legendary Rip-On. Stick with me here because by the end of this video I will play for you an AI enhanced version of Rip-On Montage 1 with fully remastered audio. With that name in mind, when I started searching for what eventually led me to recalling the legendary Rip-On's name, Gemini would reveal some interesting facts and trivia about the early Halo montage space. That being that YouTube would be difficult to search through because YouTube didn't really become popular until a few years after the release of Halo 2, which came out in 2004. What that meant was that you couldn't go off of the upload dates on YouTube videos because they weren't in order of appearance. At first, I didn't remember Rip-On's name, so I kept bugging Gemini to reveal to me something that could lead me to the coveted first Halo montage. It spit back things like the first Red vs. Blue episode, some old LAN montages, and one of the first Halo clips ever posted on the internet. Still, it wasn't what I was actually after. While yes, posting clips did in fact lead to someone eventually getting the idea of posting multiplayer kills set to music, what I was chasing was a specific kind of video that I personally could say, yes, this is in fact a montage, a frag vid, a frag movie, the first Halo 1 ever. My criteria for what constituted as a Halo montage was simple. It needed to have more than 2 clips, and it needed to have music in the background. That's all I was really after. This eventually led to me having the bright idea to search up Halo CE montage on YouTube, which came up with a bunch of wacky results because the Campaign Evolved remake just came out. I then decided to search up old Halo 1 montage, at which point I saw a familiar name, Rip-On. I clicked on that video only to find out through the comments that that particular video was a Rip-On montage, but not his first one. Apparently Rip-On made 5 Halo montages, at least according to my quick investigations into the matter. Okay, so now I had the name. I began to ask Gemini about who Rip-On was, and it revealed to me that he was one of the first montage kids. I then began asking it about upload dates, making the assumption that Halo 1 videos by Rip-On were uploaded prior to Halo 2 videos by other creators like Dimedez, Nakamura, and Waka. Eventually I had a eureka moment. I would YouTube Rip-On Halo montage and read through the comments, read the titles, examine the video itself, and judge for myself whether I had found the correct video. This led me to a split screen video called Rip-On Montage 1. Uploaded around 10 years ago by a user with no profile picture and 8 subscribers who goes by the name of Guy Person. Under that video's comments section was a lonely comment posted only 7 months ago that read, "Thank you," by a user named Fastest1321. an OG YouTube account with a few old music uploads and modern gaming videos. The thing that sealed the deal for me, that I had in fact found the holy grail of Halo montages, was the description of the video. It read simply, Rip-On's first montage of Halo 1. Guess it goes to show you, a good player with a large amount of time can pull off some amazing shit. Video 1 of 5. And there it was. I found the first definitive instance of a Halo montage. I'll admit, I had a few advantages here, having spoken to Hell's Red on a podcast episode where he mentioned Rip-On and being friends with Office Hyena, who also mentioned Rip-On to me on a few occasions as well. I was familiar with the name, and upon hearing it, I immediately knew I had a hot lead. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm decently well versed in Halo esports and montage history, this would have been a way more difficult endeavor. There was one minor problem though. Actually, it was a massive problem. The video's 240p. Yes, that's a whopping 320 pixels wide by 240 pixels tall. Thankfully, we have technology. Topaz AI can work miracles with the correct settings, so here goes nothing. I'm about to get to setting up Topaz and restoring the video as best I can, but also, I want to tell you what this video means to me. As a fan of FPS gaming montages, FRAG vids, and FRAG movies, etc. I absolutely have to have this in my collection. As you know, I am very picky about old montages I like, particularly because I was involved early during the inception of most of these videos, so I don't want all of them. But the first Rip-On montage to me is a historical piece that I not only want for myself to say that I own it and have it on my computer, but I wanted to share it with all of you in the remastered montages playlist as a piece that will make folks scratch their heads, because it isn't anything special in terms of effects, syncing, style, etc. But it's what it represents that matters here. It is the first instance of a Halo montage, and without it, the lineage that followed would disappear. So with that, I say thank you, Rip-On. Thank you for this incredible video. The simple act of posting your split gameplay clip highlight spawned the beautiful art form of Halo montaging. It generated the Halo montage universe and ultimately led me to my ultimate desire to pursue this art form as something more than just a fun side hobby, but is what I hope will eventually flourish into a career. I appreciate each and every one of you who got this far in the video. And without further ado, here is a legendary Rip-On's Montage 1. Enjoy.
Killing spree. Double kill. monopoly. It's so